the arena goes black. 20,000 voices fall silent. And then, the spotlight hits. Adam Pearce stands in the center of that ring, microphone trembling in his hand, and you can see it in his eyes. This man is about to change everything. What happens in the next few minutes will shake the foundations of Monday Night Raw, and I promise you, by the time this video ends, you're going to understand why this moment will be talked about for years to come. But before we dive into this absolute chaos, I need you to do something for me. I need you to be part of this journey. If you love professional wrestling, if you live for those goosebump moments when everything hangs in the balance, then hit that subscribe button right now. Join the SLAMZONE family, because we break down the most intense, most emotional, most jaw-dropping moments in wrestling every single week. Ring that notification bell, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. And if this video gets you hyped, if it makes you feel something, drop a comment below and let me know. Share this with your wrestling family, because moments like these, they're meant to be experienced together. Now, let's get into this. The camera pans across the crowd as Adam Pearce makes his way down that ramp. You can hear the confusion in the arena. This wasn't scheduled. This wasn't on the rundown. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce doesn't just interrupt programming unless something massive is about to go down. The commentary team is scrambling, trying to figure out what's happening. Michael Cole is asking questions nobody has answers to. Corey Graves is leaning forward in his chair, and you know when Corey Graves stops making jokes, something real is happening. Pearce climbs through those ropes, and the look on his face, it's heavy. This is a man carrying the weight of a decision that could alter careers, that could rewrite storylines, that could break hearts. He raises the microphone, and for a moment, he just stands there. The silence is deafening. You can feel the anticipation building, crawling up your spine like electricity. Something is wrong. Something is different. And then he speaks. His voice cracks just a little as he starts talking about responsibility, about making the tough calls, about protecting the integrity of Monday Night Raw. And that's when you start to piece it together. That's when the rumors start swirling through your mind. Is someone getting suspended? Is someone getting fired? Did something happen backstage that we don't know about? The crowd is murmuring now, whispers spreading like wildfire through the stands. And then he says the name, Bronson Reed. The reaction is immediate. Half the crowd pops, half the crowd boos, because Bronson Reed is one of the most polarizing forces in WWE right now. This absolute mountain of a man has been on a tear, destroying everyone in his path. He's been unstoppable, ruthless, taking out legends and rising stars alike. The tsunami splash that has ended careers. The intensity that has made grown men second-guess stepping into the ring with him. Bronson Reed has become a problem that Adam Pearce can no longer ignore. But here's where it gets emotional. Here's where Adam Pearce shows you why he's more than just an authority figure reading lines from a script. He talks about Bronson Reed the person. He talks about the journey, the struggle, the years of grinding on the independent circuit, the time in NXT, the release that broke his heart, and the triumphant return that made us all believe in second chances. Pearce acknowledges the talent, the dedication, the passion that Bronson Reed has poured into this business. And then comes the hammer. Due to the actions over the past several weeks, due to the injuries caused, due to the reckless abandon and the pattern of behavior that has put multiple superstars on the shelf, Adam Pearce has no choice. His voice is shaking now. You can see the internal battle playing out on his face. This is a man who has been in this business for decades, who understands what it means to fight for your dreams, who knows that sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that hurt the most. The crowd is on their feet. Some are chanting Bronson's name. Others are chanting for justice. The energy in that building is absolutely electric, crackling with tension and emotion and uncertainty. You don't know what's coming next, but you know it's going to be massive. And that's when the music hits. That familiar, ominous theme that has become synonymous with destruction rolls through the arena. The ground seems to shake. And Bronson Reed appears at the top of the ramp, all 300+ pounds of him, eyes locked on Adam Pearce like a predator sizing up prey. He's not running. He's not rushing. He's walking with purpose, with controlled fury, with the confidence of a man who has nothing left to lose. The crowd is losing their minds. The commentary team is screaming. This is not how this was supposed to go. Adam Pearce is standing his ground in the middle of the ring, but you can see the fear creeping in around the edges. Because Bronson Reed doesn't care about consequences. He's proven that time and time again. He's proven that he will go through anyone, authority figure or not, to make his point. Reed climbs the steps. He steps over the top rope, because that's what guys his size do. And now they're face to face. Pearce with the microphone, Reed with his fists clenched at his sides. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. 20,000 people holding their breath, waiting to see if this is going to explode into violence right here, right now. Pearce tries to continue. He tries to maintain control of the situation. But his voice is wavering now, because standing across from Bronson Reed is like standing in front of a freight train that's about to derail. Reed snatches the microphone out of Pearce's hand. Not aggressively, but firmly, decisively. And when Bronson Reed speaks, his voice booms through the arena with a raw intensity that gives you chills. He talks about respect, about earning his place, about being told his whole life that he was too big, too slow, too this, too that, about being released and told he wasn't good enough, about clawing his way back and proving every single doubter wrong. His words are filled with pain, with anger, with years of frustration boiling over. This isn't a scripted promo. This feels real. This feels like a man pouring his soul out in front of the world. And then he turns back to Adam Pearce, and the question hangs in the air: what are you going to do about it? The challenge is laid down. The line has been drawn. Adam Pearce has two choices: back down and lose all credibility as the authority figure of Monday Night Raw, or stand his ground and face the consequences. You can see the calculation happening behind his eyes. You can see the fear, yes, but also the resolve. Because Adam Pearce was a wrestler before he was a general manager. He's been in that ring. He knows what it takes. Security starts flooding down the ramp. Referees are trying to get between them. But Bronson Reed isn't backing down. He's standing there like an immovable object, daring anyone to make a move. The chaos is building. The crowd is at a fever pitch. And Adam Pearce, microphone back in hand, makes the announcement that changes everything. Effective immediately, Bronson Reed is being placed on indefinite suspension pending review of his actions. No matches. No appearances. No contact with WWE programming until further notice. The arena erupts. This is nuclear. This is the kind of announcement that sends shockwaves through social media, that dominates headlines, that has every wrestling podcast and YouTube channel scrambling to react. Bronson Reed's face goes from anger to disbelief to pure rage in a matter of seconds. He's being taken away from the very thing he fought so hard to get back to. And right here, right now, I need you to hit that like button if this story is grabbing you. Drop a comment and tell me what you think about this suspension. Is it justified? Did Bronson Reed go too far? Or is this WWE trying to control a force of nature that can't be contained? Subscribe to SLAMZONE if you haven't already, because we're going to be following this story every step of the way, breaking down every development, every twist, every moment as this unfolds. Security surrounds Bronson Reed now, but he's not fighting them. He's staring at Adam Pearce with a look that promises retribution, with a look that says this is far from over. He slowly backs toward the ropes, never breaking eye contact, and the message is clear: you just made the biggest mistake of your career. Reed exits the ring, but he doesn't leave the arena quietly. He shoves a camera operator. He knocks over the barricade. He's letting everyone know that if you're going to take away his livelihood, you're going to feel the consequences. The crowd is split down the middle, half sympathizing with Reed, half celebrating that someone finally stood up to the monster. Adam Pearce is left standing alone in the ring, microphone hanging at his side, looking exhausted and emotional. He just made a decision that could define his tenure as Raw general manager. He just went toe-to-toe with one of the most dangerous men on the roster and didn't blink. But at what cost? The camera zooms in on his face, and you can see the doubt creeping in. Did he do the right thing? Was there another way? The implications of this moment are staggering. Bronson Reed has been involved in some of the biggest storylines on Raw. He's had his sights set on championship gold. He's been in the mix with main event talent. And now, with one announcement, all of that is gone. But here's the thing about professional wrestling, about sports entertainment, about the stories we invest in: nothing ever stays buried for long. A suspension like this? It's not an ending. It's a new chapter. It's the setup for a return that's going to be absolutely explosive. Think about the possibilities. Think about Bronson Reed sitting at home, getting angrier, getting hungrier, plotting his revenge. Think about the moment when that music hits again, when he comes back with a vengeance that makes everything we've seen so far look tame in comparison. And what about Adam Pearce? He's now a marked man. He's made an enemy of someone who has proven they have no limits, no boundaries, no regard for the rules. Every week that Bronson Reed is gone, Pearce has to be looking over his shoulder, wondering when the other shoe is going to drop, wondering when Reed is going to find a way back and make him pay for this decision. The emotional weight of this segment is what makes it legendary. It's not just about the suspension. It's about the respect between two men who understand this business. It's about the impossible choices that come with power. It's about a talent who refuses to be held down no matter what obstacles are placed in his path. These are the moments that transcend wins and losses, that make you care about the people behind the characters. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to join the SLAMZONE family if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, because we're going to be covering every single development in this story. Every rumor, every backstage report, every hint about when and how Bronson Reed returns. Drop a comment below and let me know your predictions. When do you think we'll see Reed again? How do you think this plays out? And share this video with your friends who love wrestling, because these conversations are what make our community special. This announcement from Adam Pearce isn't just a storyline development, it's a statement about consequences, about accountability, about the price of unchecked aggression. But it's also a promise. A promise that when Bronson Reed comes back, and he will come back, it's going to be unmissable. It's going to be the kind of moment that reminds you why you fell in love with professional wrestling in the first place. The raw emotion in Adam Pearce's voice, the genuine fury in Bronson Reed's eyes, the electric atmosphere in that arena, these are the ingredients that create wrestling magic. These are the moments we'll be talking about years from now, remembering where we were when we watched it unfold. Thank you for being here with me on SLAMZONE. Thank you for being part of this incredible wrestling journey. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going. Let's support each other as fans. And let's never stop believing that in professional wrestling, anything can happen. Because this story, it's just getting started.